So here's a quick video on how to find the zeros of a function using the TI84. So solving graphically to find the roots or the zeros of the function f of x. And this will work really for any function, provided you fidget with it enough. So here we're given negative x squared minus 15x plus 60. I know that this is a parabola, so I know that I'm looking for two places where it intersects, but you might not know that just looking at the function, and that's okay. So I'll show you how to kind of test the waters a little bit as well. So the first thing you want to do is plug in the function that you care about. So here it's negative x squared minus 15x plus 60. Verify you've got the right input there. And then the other thing we're going to do, this will graph just the curve, but I want to know when it equals 0, or when its y value equals 0. So then I'm also going to want to input the y value of a constant 0 here. And this will essentially sketch over the x-axis and tell me, it'll give me two curves, this one, and we'll see where they meet. Okay, so we'll go to a graph. And it's sketching over the x-axis, so you won't really see it. But we have a bit of an issue. I know that this function bends around and comes back to the x-axis. I can't really tell from the graph. So what a good thing to do would be to at least zoom out and see if that helps. It's not great, but it's a good first step. Some other alternatives might be to look at a table of values and see, roughly where your function's heading, or to kind of play around with the windows. But this worked out because I know this function turns around, and here it is. It's intersecting twice. So I want to find what these 2 points are. And how we do that is, since it's sketched a curve across the x-axis and it's sketched my curve here, we can find those points of intersection using second and then trace. There's this intersect feature here. So you can hit 5. I'll ask you for the first curve. And so you can go ahead and find which curve it's on. We'll say, okay, yes, this is our first curve. This is my parabola. And then what's your second curve? Yeah, y2 equals 0 is my second curve. So hit enter again. It says, what's your guess? Well, we might move our cursor close to where we think it is, but you don't have to be that close. It'll show us, okay, your intersection is at negative 3.2819 for x. This is the x value that drives this function to 0. But that's just one of the two. So how do we do that second one? Well, we do it again. We say second trace intersect. We say, yes, this is still my first curve. Maybe we can get a little closer on the right-hand side here. This one's a little bit out further. That's why we didn't see it in our window to begin with. And our second curve is, yes, y equals 0. Our guess is around here. And we get it's 18.282. Okay, so here we found the 2 zeros. So just to kind of recap what we did, we had to enter in our function that we care about, enter in the 0 function, and then we find where they intersect using this second calc trace. And just to kind of verify if your function has something going on that makes it not linear, which is a very simple function, to just verify that it doesn't bend back around or cross the axis in several places, or if you've been given a restricted window by the problem, to note that as well. Hope that helps.